Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm only going to be eating limitation food for the next 24 hours. First of all, I can't pronounce like certain words properly, so throughout the entire day, if I cannot pronounce the word limited edition, sometimes I'll say it pretty fast, but just in your head, I'm actually saying the word limited edition, but like I'm saying, I can't pronounce like specific words, so sometimes I'll say it pretty fast, sometimes I'll say it properly, depends how I go throughout the day, but if it annoys you, then I truly apologize. But yeah, throughout the entire day, I'm actually going to be eating limited edition food for breakfast, lunch, dinner and snack. I mean, at this point, I've got my breakfast planned, I've got my snack planned, I've got my dinner planned, but as for my lunch, I basically have no idea because yesterday I went to Tesco and I went through like every single aisle and I got stuff for my breakfast, got stuff for my dinner, got stuff for my snack, and then when it came to lunch, I was like, you know what, Usman, you've got your lunch. So basically with my lunch, I'm actually winging it, but I feel like it's quite easy to find like food that are like, you know, limited edition because I don't know, it's quite easy. I mean, not gonna lie, for breakfast, I've actually found a pretty good breakfast and I feel like this has been there for such a long time and finally I'm trying it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will taste pretty nice. I have no idea. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy. If you do, smash the big ones up, subscribe down below, and also let me know in the comments down below on which limitation food item is your favorite, either breakfast, lunch, dinner or snack. Let me know in the comments down below, and without further ado, let's get started. The current time right now, it is currently about 10:30 and it is time for my limited edition breakfast. And with breakfast, I try to find a few things that are actually a limited edition. First of all, I actually found the Milky Way like croissant, which honestly they are so nice. I think I tried it before and not gonna lie, they were actually insane, so I thought, you know what, I'll definitely have to get them. And then I also found out this pancake mixture is only like available in like certain stores. Technically that's actually a limited edition. So for my breakfast, I'm gonna have the Milky Way croissant, and then I'll also make the pancakes. And not gonna lie, this breakfast might be one of my favorite breakfasts I've had in the longest time. Right guys, I've just had my breakfast. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty full. To be honest, I have no idea it was like a big breakfast, like a heavy breakfast, but at this point I'm literally full, and to be honest, I don't think I'll have any room for like my lunch, dinner, snack because I am that full. Anyway, I'm back in the shower, and obviously once I had my shower, it'll be time for my snack, for my lunch. Basically, I planned every single meal apart from my lunch, so with my lunch, I'm actually winging it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll think this over the last minute, I have no idea. But yeah, I am back in the shower, and I'll see you guys once I've had my shower. Right guys, I just had a shower and last minute we actually had a plan to go to Nando's, which not gonna lie, it's actually pretty bizarre for me because normally I don't go to Nando's unless I'm going to Travel Center or somewhere like that, but we actually have Nando's in our area, which I have been there before, so we're gonna go there. And I think Nando's actually have like a limited edition menu. By the way, I cannot say the word at all, so if I do say it pretty fast, literally I cannot say the word at all, but I'm hoping that it might actually have like a separate menu which they only have like summertime or the winter time, so hopefully fingers crossed that they do, or they might have like things on the menu that are only there for like 1 or 2 weeks. I feel like they do actually have the chicken Caesar wrap, which I've not tried before. I want to try it, so hopefully fingers crossed it's pretty nice. I mean, not gonna lie, I never actually had a chicken Caesar salad anyway, so having it in a wrap, to be honest, it might not be nice. I might like it, to be honest, I have no idea. But we want to go and I'll see you guys once we are there. So this is what it looks like, and not gonna lie, it looks pretty interesting. It's literally a chicken Caesar salad in a wrap, so it might be nice, I have no idea. But on the images it looks pretty nice, but this is what it looks like in real life if you actually order it, and it looks pretty interesting, so I'm hoping that it will taste pretty nice. Guys, we are now back from Nando's, and not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty full. To be honest, I actually ordered a wrap, and not gonna lie, it was actually pretty nice. So you never know, I might actually order a chicken Caesar salad because having it in a wrap form, not gonna lie, it was actually pretty nice. Anyway, I'm now full, and to be honest, I have no idea how I actually managed to have that because I had like a pretty late breakfast and I had my lunch literally after my shower. So not gonna lie, I'm pretty full, so I'm gonna take like a half an hour break for my snack, and then not gonna lie, my snack is actually pretty insane because not gonna lie, my snack is actually pretty insane because this used to be the one thing I used to have every single day while I was growing up, and they basically discontinued it and then they brought it back but in different flavors. So if you guys know what I'm on about, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, this snack, honestly, the snack. So I'm doing half an hour break and I'll see you guys time for my snack. Right guys, it feels pretty weird actually being back in my old bedroom, even though I've been in the new bedroom for at least 2 or like 3 weeks. Not gonna lie, it feels pretty weird actually being back in my old bedroom and filming in my old bedroom. Anyway, the current time right now, it is currently about 7:05, and not gonna lie, it is our time for my snack because I left it late because I was literally full from my lunch earlier. And for my snack, I'm actually gonna have the Milky Way crispy roll, which I used to have every single day as a child and when growing up, and obviously they've discontinued it, and I think they bring it back like certain times of the year. Recently I went to Tesco and I saw they did like a box of it, but you know what, it'd be rude not to get it, so I actually got a box of it. And like I was saying, it's actually one of my all-time favorite snack, and it's actually, like I was saying, it's actually one of my all-time favorite snack, and not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty glad it's actually back, even though it's like only back for like a few weeks, but it's back. Anyway, I will say let's get my snack and we'll do a little taste test. Well, when growing up, I always remember they actually did the Milky Way, and recently, since they actually brought it back, they've now done a Bounty version and they also done a Twix version, which, you know, is actually pretty crazy. But this used to be my all-time favorite snack, and the fact that I actually have a Twix one and a Bounty one, not gonna lie, not complaining. I don't think I've tried the Twix one, I don't think I've tried the Bounty one, because not gonna lie, I think out of the 3 of them, I think the Milky Way might taste a bit nicer. This literally brings back so many memories of like when I used to film in my old bedroom, especially at this time of day. And basically because my new bedroom is at the front of the house, and at this time of day, like my new bedroom is still light, like I still film it without like no light, nothing like that. But I remember in my old bedroom I used to film it with the light on because obviously at this time of day it will get like super dark, and because my old room was at the back of the house, so hence why it got like dark super quickly. But not gonna lie, on the new camera, the lighting, it actually picks it up. I remember on my old camera it will literally blur me out, but on the new camera it's actually pretty good. Anyway, the current time right now, it is currently about 8 o'clock and it is time for my dinner. And with dinner, I don't think this actually counts, but in my family we tend to have jacket potatoes, I think like once or twice a year, so technically I am having like, you know, a limited edition dinner because basically this dinner only comes out like once, twice a year, but it does count as like limited edition, even though it's an actual proper limited edition, but like in my family it's like limited edition. See that I can't say the word, even though I said it 3 times in one sentence, I cannot say a word at all. Anyway, I'm about to go to my auntie's house because she's actually making them, and every single time when my auntie makes them, she literally has like so many toppings, and me being me, I go for like every single one. So yeah, I'm about to go to my auntie's house and I'll show you guys what I basically end up having, and hope for the best it actually fills me up. I mean, not gonna lie, I'm not that hungry, but if it's jacket potatoes and if this dinner only happens at once or twice a year, I'm definitely gonna make room for my stomach because it's actually one of my all-time favorite dinners. So to be honest, I have no idea if that makes sense, but if it didn't, then I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to go to my auntie's house and I'll see you guys once I'm there. Guys, I just had my dinner. I'm not gonna lie, I've literally had so much today, which is actually pretty crazy. I mean, not gonna lie, I've technically had like a late breakfast, early lunch, even though after my lunch, I think it was like even though after my lunch, I took like a 5 to 7 like break between my lunch and my dinner, obviously with my snack in between. But overall, when I thought this video, I thought, you know what, there was literally no way that I could find like any like, you know, limited edition food anywhere. But I actually found some stuff for my breakfast, for my snack, for my dinner. The only thing that I couldn't find was for my lunch and for my dessert. And I realized that there's literally like no like limited edition dessert, like, you know, cake or chocolate. Even when I go to either eat like McDonald's or KFC, there's not like a single like dessert that's like limited edition on their menu. Because I literally had so much today, I thought, you know what, I'll leave dessert out. And I can guarantee you guys, if I probably had dessert, then over the next 2-3 weeks, I probably wouldn't even have anything at all, if you know what I mean. Not that, you know, that's gonna happen, but you know what I mean. Overall, I've actually had a pretty good day, and if you guys want to find food that are like, you know, limited edition, then I would highly recommend Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's, Aldi, Lidl. Basically, my main supermarket is Tesco, but if I went to like Asda or like Sainsbury's or Lidl, Aldi, then I could probably find something for my lunch and for my dessert in those shops. But because I went Tesco and basically I couldn't find anything in that shop for my lunch or for my dessert, but if I went to other shops, then maybe I would have. I have no idea. Overall, it's actually been a pretty good day, and I feel like this is the first video where I've literally had so much, which is actually pretty crazy. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy. If you did, smash a big thumbs up, subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments down below on what more food challenge videos you guys want to see, and I will see you all for a brand new video very soon. Peace.